Good afternoon, I am Adventure Argonaut, and this is Tantei Jinguji Saburo, High to Diamond or Ashes and Diamonds. And the last time, yesterday, I actually sort of found confirmation that the Yakuza is involved in this real estate problem and all that stuff. So actually now we're investigating some proper investigation stuff. And not just, some, there's some criminal stuff involved. So it's a bit more exciting than simply some real estate fraud or whatever has been before. So that's nice. Let's just see, are my streams all running? Quick Kick, Twitch, and Rumble look good, but how about Twitter? It's supposed to be running, but I don't see it running right now. Why doesn't it show it? The stream, have they disabled my streaming capabilities because nobody's watching or something? It should be running. It says it ended. Why? Okay, let's try that again. Don't know what is going on, but let's try it again. Alright, sneezing a bit, still a bit under the weather. Should I start it again? Okay, let's see now. Okay, now it says, yeah, alright, now it's working. Don't know what was wrong. Okay, now it says, yeah. Okay, finally we can play the game. Okay. So we came from the nightclub and we talked to the hostess girl and she told us stuff about whomever. Where are we supposed to go now? We light a cigarette. So we are supposed to go inform the mafia guy, our pal, Imaizumi. He might know something. So let's go see him. So let's go straight to Imaizumi. I know, I have to call him, I guess. Okay. Alright. So what does it say here? I called the Meiji office with my cell phone. They finally remembered we have a phone. Hi, male voice answers. I introduced myself to the man who answered the phone and asked Imaizumi to take over. Jinguji-san, what's wrong? So I'm in Kabukicho. I like to know more about an establishment called White Snow. White Snow? So that's where the Airi-chan, she used to work there. Apparently it's an exclusive members only club. Do you know? Just a moment. Imaizumi left the phone for a moment before saying it's a club on the 2nd Street. Seems to be quite close to Jinguji's office. So maybe the girls at bar Kasumi know something about it because so close. So he gave the exact address. Is that a store connected to Towagumi? No, doesn't seem there's any Yakuza or anything like that behind it. So we don't know much about it. Is that so? So for now, let's go check it out. Thank you. I'll report the details tomorrow. After saying that, I hung up the phone. Alright, so now we go to the other club. So let's go quickly to White Snow. Hawaito Snow. That's how you say it in Japanese. I headed towards White Snow and began walking through the streets of Kabukicho. White Snow. I learned from Imaizumi, like the place, so I went to the place called, or a club called White Snow. So this is the high-class club where Airi used to work. It's a stark contrast to Little Cat, which was decorated with flashy neon lights. The store was lit by soft lights and exuded a refined and calm atmosphere. Let's look around first. So in front of the high-class White Snow club. Alright. Can we go in? Let's go in. She's ugly. Ara. You enter the store and a woman in kimono who looked like Mama came out. I guess like the Mama, like the madam, presumably. Just checking. Is that okay? I guess it's working like the Twitter stream as well. Seems more trouble than it's worth, but whatever. I pay pigged, so I have to stream there as well. So while being friendly, she also was a woman who exuded dignity. I don't think she exudes dignity. So you're the like a customer, you're alone? Yeah. This is a members only club. If you're first time visitor, it might be a little difficult to come without an introduction. I didn't come as a guest. I wonder if I could just talk to her a bit. It's just like him thinking, not saying it. I'd like to hear about a hostess who used to work here. Hostess? Her name is Airi. Zombie. Sorry, I can't answer questions like that. The woman's eyes lit up for a moment before she replied. What's now? Is it alright now? Please take a moment. Uh, Sorry to keep the customer waiting. I'm not sure what's going on. She told me to leave the store and urged me with her eyes. Hmm. If you don't do well here, it seems like you're seriously gonna get kicked out. Her attitude is a matter of concern, but should I think of another way for now? Sorry for coming so suddenly. That's what he said about her. So I'll excuse myself for now. I pretended to give up and told her that I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. Next time you come to the house, please get an introduction from somebody. So unless you get an introduction, you can't come here. Maybe she's on guard because I asked about the hostess at the bar. Or maybe she became wary because she heard the name Airi. Maybe she did something bad and she was kicked out or something. I felt a bit suspicious of the woman. I went outside the store. At this rate, I don't think we'll get to hear about Airi or Sasasuka. It's the guy, like her customer, the guy with the glasses. It might be better to consider contacting somebody else here. There are things about, like somebody else who might know about Airi. So where to find such a person? Okay, so enter the store again. Like, I guess, stake out the place. Like, ask on the street. How about, I don't know, ask on the street, because I still think bars Kazumi might be a good option. Fortunately, the chance of me being able to talk to someone who knows Airi are slim to none. That would be reckless indeed, okay? How about stake out the place, like stay in front of it? What should I do? Let's wait here for somebody to come out. If possible, I'd like to catch Airi and her fellow hostess. Or like, I guess her. I don't think Airi is gonna be here anymore. So I hid in the shadows. And I guarded the entrance to the club. Okay. And watch the club entrance from the shadows. And turned into a zombie. Doesn't seem like there's any hostesses coming in or out at the moment. I'll wait a little bit. I decided to spend some time in the shade near the club. Airi. She looked like a hostess, but I never thought she'd actually be a hostess. Who is Airi? It's like we don't know yet. The woman had frequented Yonaguni's office and was involved with Koba-san's incarceration. Being with Fuse and the others, it feels like the mystery of her true identity is deepening. From the mama at the club where she used to work, there are also, like, she was I guess seems like she was protecting something. Um, I hope we can find more about Airi along with the true identity of the man named Sasazuka. As I was lost in thought, the door to the club opened. Then a woman who looked like a hostess came out of the store. She looks a bit oldish, but like not too bad. Like a millfish. I thought I heard something. Is there like a bug here that's making noise? I'm gonna have a look. These might be my last words. I don't see anything and I don't hear anything, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was just the wind. My real life is turning into a horror movie. Or maybe a horror game. Anyways, she was a woman who exuded the glamour of a hostess at a high class club, but also intelligence. I wonder if I can hear from her about Airi and that guy. Yeah, there's definitely something here. I hear some rattling or something. Gonna get some weapons, anti-bug weapons. Yeah, there's a bee of some sort. Now I see it. Let's try to chase it out. Let it go. Let it go. Such a nuisance. I don't see it now. Like I sort of opened the curtain, so it's gonna be easier for it to leave if it wishes to do so. Yeah, it's some sort of bee-looking thing. So I came out of the shadows and approached the hostess, pretending I just arrived. No, sorry. Yes? The hostess stopped and said, and she gave me a friendly smile. I think that the mama-san like sent her out to check if we are still staking out the place. Customer, if you want to go inside, the club is already closed. Is that so? I acted disappointed and asked the hostess. Do you know a hostess named Airi? Airi-chan? I know, but she quit about 3 months ago. Oh, she knows. That's good. Uh, Unlike the mama, she doesn't seem to have any special feelings for Airi, or about her maybe. Hey, Oku Stream Hub World, welcome to the stream. To my bee stream, even though I haven't seen or heard it in a while. There was a bee or something here. So maybe she can tell about Airi and those people. So let's ask about Airi. How long has Airi been working at this store? Why are you asking, basically? She looked at me suspiciously. So can she tell me details, I wonder? I'd like to find out, even if it means being a bit forceful. There's something I want to know more than what Airi was doing at the store. I guess I'll have to prioritize that and not pursue Airi too much. So Airi and guess about Sasazuka. Man named Sasazuka. I think he's been to the club before. Yeah. She looked at me a bit confused. Customer information is not easily disclosed. I took out money and put it in her hand. Just a little bit is enough. Could you tell me something about him? What is it? It seems Sasazuka was Airi's customer. Yeah, so he hasn't been coming here lately. So now he's not a customer there anymore. What's his job? I remember hearing he worked at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. It's a Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office. So he's a civil servant? Maybe. But I'm sorry, I don't wanna. I guess she doesn't wanna say any much more. She shook her head and ended the conversation. Okay, are we done? I don't think she'll be able to tell me anymore. So I don't wanna make her too suspicious and pursue it further. Should I be happy that I was able to obtain information about Sasazuka? Sorry, I stopped you. I'll come back to the store another day. Please come anytime. The hostess finally smiled at me with a friendly smile and I left the place. Oh, now we can think. Is Sasazuka a civil servant working at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government? So is he in cahoots with the Tozai real estate and like the mafia, yakuza, and all that stuff, like in the real estate business? So that's why he's being entertained by the yakuza. There's corruption. So the media would be happy to hear about it, I guess. But maybe in Japan, but like nowadays they would just be happy to cover it up with its actual corruption. The reason why Fuse, a Towagumi executive, is entertaining Sasazuka is it Sasasuka's authority or information, is that what he's aiming for? If so, is it about land acquisition? Probably. I think I should do a bit of research into Sasasuka's work. Maybe I'll find something out about the land grab. But Yakuza and civil servants, the two most foul kind of people. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'm being very unkind to Yakuza. I feel like this has gotten a bit out of hand. Is it really okay for me to step my foot in it like this? The answer is not clear. Almost sneezed. Let's go as far as we can, if that helps me complete the request. I took a deep breath to strengthen my resolve. You should drink some whiskey and smoke a cigarette. That's gonna be more effective, I think. The autumn night air was so cold that it made me shiver slightly. Okay, the 20th. Back at the office. Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. Yes, I'll just do a save here. The next morning, Yoko arrived at the office a little earlier than usual. Ara, sensei, are you leaving? Yoko looked surprised to see that I was already getting ready to go out. I was thinking of staking out his arrival at work. Whose arrival? Is it Sasasuka? Like arrival at work or attendance at work? Yoko tilted her head, unable to comprehend the situation. Then let's explain it to her. Last night I told Yoko what I had found out. At the cabaret club run by Fuse, where she worked as a hostess. She had a Airi had a guest, and receiving enthusiastic hospitality from Fuse and a man named Sasasuka. A man named Sasasuka works at the city hall. So not much is known about him yet, but it seems worth looking into, so I thought of going to his workplace first. Do you think that person is involved in the land speculation incidents? I think it's possible. At the time when Sasasuka began receiving entertainment from Fuse and the time when began being entertained by Fuse and the time when land speculation began, they were very close together. Still don't understand why Fuse had Yonaguni buy the property on Ward Office Street. Maybe Sasasuka's existence may be the key to solving the mystery. I see. I wonder if it's like the government is gonna build something on that street and they wanna buy all the land, so they know it's gonna go very high in price or something like that. Anyways, Yoko bit her lip, looking a little nervous. Not only the Yakuza, but even civil servants, I can't believe it, or something. I feel like this is getting bigger. Well, yeah, it's a proper, like, crime mystery, even though it's not a murder mystery, but... To find out the purpose of the Yonaguni shareholder meeting, we may have to go deeper than we thought. I hope we can somehow finish the investigation by the date of the general shareholders meeting. That's true, but... Are you okay? Like, if we continue this investigation, it could become dangerous. Danger's my middle name. Even though Japanese don't usually have middle names, but I do. Until now I have had a fair amount of experience. I'll be careful. But that's not your middle name. It's not careful, it's danger. So she stared at me for a while and then nodded. I understand. If you die, then I inherit your agency. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. So regarding the finding the inheritance, what's going on with that? Iwamoto and the others, or Iwamoto's, they said they wanted the investigation into the general shareholders meeting to take priority. So, if there's anything you need, Sensei, is that so? But it might be a key, like, if he actually inherits some stocks or something, then it would swing the vote. Well, I guess I'll take you up on your offer. From now I am thinking of posting about Sasazuka's attendance. The more we have to stake out, the better. So, can you help? I understand. You said they work at the Metropolitan Government Building. Part of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building is open to tourists, so it's possible to go inside. Yeah. If it's when people go to work, the only place they should be staking out, like, should be the entrance. So, will we, like, contact him or something? That's the plan. But is it really, like, surely a big government building like that might have a back door, for at least for some workers there? Well, I guess most, yeah, will probably go through the front door. Now I want to know a little more about Sasazuka. So to do this, I have to contact him quickly. There's a risk, of course. But if they don't, I guess, know my identity, shouldn't be a problem. So, is there anything I should prepare, she asks. Yeah, okay, I guess we can go. Okay, let's go to that city hall, or whatever government building, whatever that is. Right before that. Sorry, but can you print this out for me? I showed Yoko the picture of Airi that I had on my phone. This one. The woman who was holding Koba-san captive. Yeah, that person. She's also involved with Sasasuke. I would like to have a photo to investigate their relationship. I understand. Yoko nodded and took my cell phone and headed to the computer printer. And she soon returned with the photo. Here you go. So we got her picture. Very nice. So I received her photo from Yoko and put it in my breast pocket. Yoko and I left the office and headed to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building in Western Shinjuku. So this is the place. It seemed to be already open. There are a few people around who appear to be staff members heading toward the entrance. It seems some people have already gone to work. I hope Sasasuke doesn't arrive at work until I guess means like I hope he hasn't come to work already. So let's take out. I think that's what they mean. Do you know how he gets to work? Nope. I don't know about that. After a quick investigation, there are two main ways to get to that building, by foot or by car. Just drive through the front door or the windows. If you're walking, there are like several entrances on the first floor. If you drive in, it seems you can enter from the underground parking lot. Well, I'll go check out the entrance to the city hall, she says, and please wait a moment. And she headed to the building. Okay, then now we're gonna go to the parking lot. I looked up at the building where Yoko had entered. Is it Sasasuke's workplace? I've been in Shinjuku for a long time, but I've only been here a handful of times. To me, it's close in distance, but it's also an infinity faraway place. Administrative organs of the capital, etc., is not within the reach of a mere detective. Best I can reach is an individual named Sasasuke. Yes, it's very philosophical and poetic. With that in mind, we need to investigate this land speculation issue. As I was lost in thought, Yoko came back. Sorry to keep you waiting. How was it? There are several entrances to the building. If you enter from the entrance on the first floor, you have to go through the lobby. And if you enter from the underground parking lot, some departments have their own elevators. It seems there are some departments that you have to change elevators on the first floor to get to. I see. So where should we hang out? Toilet. There's some loud construction outside. it's a bit distracting. But yeah, so it's first floor entrance, lobby, the underground parking lot, elevator, toilet. I think it's probably the lobby, but I'll go get some water for my tea. I'll be right back. I have returned. Sorry. At least the sounds of the construction is finished for now. So lobby. So okay, the second place. Is it the elevators or the parking lot? Maybe the parking lot. So the lobby and parking lot. So Yoko says, I agree. Don't know if Sasasuka-san will come by foot or by car, but he'll definitely pass through one of those places. So Jinguji goes to the lobby, and Yoko, she goes to the parking lot. Okay, thanks. After saying that, I explained to Yoko the characteristics of Sasasuka in much detail as I could. So you didn't explain it before. If the guy shows up, can you call me on my phone? I understand. I wonder if it's like she's gonna be in the garage, and then like the, you know, there's no signal, and then she's gonna be abducted or something. Or maybe, you know, it's gonna be enough signal to say like, help, help, and then she disappears. I don't know if this is gonna be so, like so far it's been very restrained in, you know, action and stuff like that. So she nodded and immediately headed towards the underground parking lot. Okay, let's go inside. So, well then, let's start staking it out as well. So I walked through the entrance into the lobby. There were tourists in the lobby, and like a few of them here and there. So the building's lobby and observation deck are open to tourists. Of course, that's as far as I can go as well. I hope I can somehow contact Sasasuka in the lobby. Yes, let's keep looking around. I looked around at the large lobby, but there was no sign of Sasasuka. It's fine if he just hasn't arrived yet. Otto. Oops. At that time, my cell phone rang. That's we have to like actually. Moshi mosh. Sensei, it's me. I wonder who it is. Well, it says her name, but I'm not gonna tell you. You have to guess. A man who looks like Sasasuka just appeared in the parking lot. It looks like they head into the first floor. I understand. I'll try to make contact myself. You wait there. I'll meet you later. I understand. If anything happens, contact me. I ended the call with Yoka and put my phone back in my pocket. So I looked around the lobby. At that time, a man appeared in the lobby. Is that guy on the right? I guess I don't think he was there before. So I saw a man appear in the lobby. No doubt about it, it's the guy from last night. I regret everything I did with him last night. Sasasuka seemed to know the area well and was walking towards the elevator. Excuse me, interview. I'm an annoying journalist. I don't know why I said that, but I did. Excuse me? What? So he turned around with a displeased look to me as I called out to him to stop him. You're a member of the staff, right? Is it alright if I have a moment? Ask somebody else. Perhaps he was thinking I was a tourist and he looked annoyed. There's no way to get started. Good morning, director. At that moment, a young woman called out to Sasasuka. Director. Bucho. Perhaps she's one of Sasasuka's subordinates. Sasasuka turned to look at the woman, his eyes fixed on her ear. And he frowned. She has some big earrings. Maybe he doesn't like earrings or what. Or maybe she got them from her boyfriend and she resents him, or what's going on. Maybe he just has an ear fetish. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. So what's that? Hi? Yes? Such flashy earrings are inappropriate for the workplace. I think it's inappropriate for him to complain about that in front of some stranger. Sorry, excuse me, she says. Unseemly. Be more aware of yourself as an employee. Sasasuka said that and walked off towards the elevator. Maybe we can get her as an ally, because she probably doesn't like the guy now. The woman snorted as Sasasuka disappeared into the lobby. Your wrinkled shirt is way more embarrassing. Are you in the same department as Sasasuka? Huh? She looked at me with surprise and quickly straightened up. Yes, I work in the urban policy department. My name is Nakashita. Okay, I think that's a rude name. It means inside and under, so, like Nakadashi and so forth. Urban Policy Department. Yes, are you an acquaintance of Director Sasazuka? Yeah. When I noted a woman named Nakasuka seemed even more embarrassed. I'm sorry about earlier. Uh, yeah, I think that's right. Must be troubling for Sasazuka to say something like that without taking things. I guess for him to say, for her not to take it personally. Yeah, you understand. Nagashita let out a sigh of relief. I was lucky that people mistook me for somebody Sasazuka knew. Let's hear a bit about her, or ask a bit. Can you tell me a bit about Sasazuka-san? Huh? Actually, I'm a businessman. I couldn't call myself a detective, so I made up a lie on the spot. Like, it's a business he's running, a detective agency. Mr. Sasazuka is a regular customer, so I want to know as much as possible about him. So yeah. And me, or I guess from me, yeah, I won't take much of your time, but could you tell me a story, or I guess about him, huh? She seemed to hesitate for a moment before talking. Could you please keep what happened just now a secret from the manager, I guess, like what she's about to tell? Of course. Then, in that case, she hesitated but nodded. What do we want to ask? The urban policy department. The urban planning or policy department, whatever it's called, is the department in charge of the city's redevelopment projects, right? Yes, we build public facilities, and I'm in charge of things like we're in charge of maintaining the city. So redevelopment projects. The land grab, like there seems to be a connection to the land grab. So the land that was grabbed, is it targeted for redevelopment? I think it's something like that. So about Sasazuka. Is Sasazuka always like that at work? That's right, I mean, he lectured me. So lately my shirts, or I guess his shirts, have been very wrinkled these days. I think that's really embarrassing. So recently, but I guess not before. Before he was fine and neat, so I guess he's been corrupted by Airi or Fuse or something. What is it? His wife doesn't do it properly or something? Wife? Is he married? Can we ask if he's married? So yeah, his shirts have been wrinkled, but was fine before. So okay, she says the same thing. Okay, so we cannot ask, is he married? Or maybe it would tip off too much that we don't really know anything about him. So about the land grab. The middle and lower sections are buildings and departments on the War Office Street, like the. I wonder if she knows anything about land grab on that street, basically. So now that I think about it, I heard a rumor that part of Kabukicho is going to be redeveloped. I tried to hint at Nagashita subtly. If I remember correctly, it's on Ward Office Street. Is that so? I've never heard of it before. So first time hearing about it. So does this mean there is no talk of redevelopment? Seems Sasasuka's subordinate Nagashita has not heard the rumor that the Ward Office Street will be redeveloped. Or maybe he's keeping it a secret. Maybe the information just hasn't trickled down to her yet. From what I can see, Nagashita still seems like a rookie. It's possible that he's not in a position to know such, or she's not in a position to know that information. Sorry, excuse me. Nagashita glanced at the clock hanging on the wall. I have to go now. Okay, sorry, I kept you waiting too long. Please keep this a secret from Sasasuka-san. I understand. So Nagashita held a finger in front of her lips. Of course. Nagashita gave me a smile and a nod and then walked off towards the elevator. Then... so, did we learn anything new about Sasasuka? Let's gather our thoughts. Ooh, we have deduction stuff going on. Deduction, reduction. Inference time. So let's summarize the information we have. So Sasasuka is a civil servant working at the metropolitan government. And the department he belongs is General Affairs, nope. It's like environment, no. Urban Area Police Department is this one, but what's this one? Road construction. Okay, so it's this. The department, like he's in charge of or responsible for. What department is he responsible for? Tourism? No. Is this one redevelopment? What's the other options? Welfare, and go back. So is this redevelopment? Zaikai Hatsujigyo? Is that the reading? I don't think it's Hatsu. Zaikai Hachigyo. I don't know. Doesn't matter. In connection with this project, land speculation took place on the Ward Office Street. Like it's possible that it's gonna happen there. Nakashita, who is in the same department as him, she had some thoughts. So what did she? No, she knows. She didn't know. Well, she didn't know about the redevelopment stuff. So it's this one. Sasasuka is in the urban policy department and his position is director. In other words, Sasasuka is involved in the city's redevelopment projects. Then it seems highly likely that Fuse was entertaining Sasasuka in connection with land speculation. Nakashita, Sasasuka's subordinate, regarding she didn't know about the redevelopment projects related to the land speculation. So Sasasuka may have leaked information to Fuse that only the higher-ups knew. Based on that information, Fuse had Yonaguni carry out land grab or land speculation. So when you think about it, it seems possible to explain why this land speculation took place. But why are there 4 scattered locations? Or what are those the places that gonna... Like, why were they part of the land grab? If the redevelopment project really happens, what's the context or the contents of it? There are still many mysteries. However, one thing that can be said is that there is no doubt that Sasasuka was involved in land speculation. If you hit it, some dust may come out. I guess that's what I'm saying. I think I'll continue investigating Sasasuka a little longer. Not only staff but tourists can be seen. It's visited by a wide range of people, including men and women of all ages and even foreigners. Gaijin, oh my god. Let's go to the underground car park to see Yoko, I guess. Yoko is still waiting in the underground park, so let's go meet her. I took the elevator in the lobby and headed down to the underground parking lot where she was. Sensei! When I went to the parking lot, she walked towards me. Sorry to have kept you waiting. We managed to get some information about Sasasuka. Is it true? It was worth the stakeout then. She smiled with relief. Do we have to explain it to her? If Sasasuka came to the parking lot, does that mean he came by car? Maybe we can, I don't know, key his car. Yeah, it's that car. Ryoko pointed to a white car parked near the exit. With the car, like license plate, maybe you can find out his address or something. Is that Sasasuka's car? Let's do some research or investigation. Let's take a look at Sasasuka's car. Maybe we can get some clues. Ooh. Okay. It's like this. So exciting, I have to say. So the handlebar or the handle is, there's a license. What sort of license? Like, why did he just leave it? Or like, did he forget it there? If you squint your eyes, the address is written on the driver's license. Like, I barely could read it. So Shinjuku 6th Chome, Shinjuku Ward, like he lives in Eastern Shinjuku. Alright. So there's the air conditioning in the car. There's probably nothing to be learned by looking at it. Then why did we have a look at it? No key is inserted. Well, duh. Car navigation is installed. If the power was on, we might be able to find a destination. Is the air conditioning? Yeah, it doesn't help us. The gear is in P. It's in park, I guess. I don't know much about automatic gears. I've driven like such a car once or twice, but where I'm from, we usually still use manual. Anyways, shift. If the passenger glove, is there anything in the passenger glove box? I guess you can't really tell that much just by looking at it. Okay. So maybe we can go the other direction. So look at the back seat. So I went to have a look, or moved to my gaze to the back seat. Ooh, what's this? There are shirts in the travel bag. Feels like it's like clothes he just took off from there. Like, did he stay somewhere else last night? Yeah, it says the same stuff. Is there anything else here? There are several suits on display. Why do you need to keep so many of them in his car? Like, is he homeless or something? He lives in his car. Like what you can see through the window in a place like this. I left his car, but what was the deal with the shirts and suits at the back? And come to think of it, Nakashita, his subordinate, said that he had been wearing wrinkled shirts recently. Sasasuko might be been on a business trip, haven't gone home, don't have a home. Well, he has a home, he has an address. So I guess he hasn't been home, probably. So hasn't Sasasuka been home recently? In that case, it makes sense that there was a change of clothes in the car. I heard he is married, but the couple have a fight. Zombo. Sasasuka's family life probably has nothing to do with land acquisition. Maybe the wife found. My son wants to sit on my lap. I presume he woke up. So yeah, maybe the wife found out about Airi and they had a fight. So I found out his home address. Shall we explore a little bit? Don't know why I suddenly turned fake French. Yoko-kun. I called out to her and she was waiting nearby. So shall we go? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, your mom. So we left the parking lot. When we returned to the front of the building, I talked with Yoka about the investigation we were about to undertake. If Sasasuka's department is the urban policy department, it seems highly likely that Sasasuka-san is involved in land speculation. We should investigate Sasasuka a little further. I'm also curious as to why he hasn't been home lately. Ouch. She asked, shall I investigate mainly around his home? Oops. Yeah, I dropped my controller and then accidentally. Yeah, thanks. I'm going to report to Imaizumi and then head to Sasasuka's house. So, can you gather some information until then? I understand. Yes, sensei. Until later, see you later. Okay, she bowed and left the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. So where are we supposed to go now? If she's gonna investigate the can we go to the police station? Like ask our police pals Kuma-san and it's just there's many ages, genders, nationalities, and it's okay. So where are we supposed to go now? Imaizumi. Okay, that's what we're supposed to go. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna blame my son because he's distracted me. Now he's like, how dare you, father, how dare you blame me for your own retardation. Meiji-gumi. So let's go see the Meiji-gumi guy. When I entered the Meiji-gumi office, I was immediately led to the back of the office by some of the younger guys. Jinguji-san, did you find something out? So when I came, he greeted me with somewhat expectant eyes. I told Imaizumi that Fuse, that Dowagumi executive, had entertained Sasasuka, the head of the urban police department at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. So it was reported that the person who introduced the two was the hostess named Airi. entertaining the head of urban planning department or urban policy, whatever. I guess urban planning sounds more accurate. When I told him the story, he frowned. I don't know if you can hear the banging from outside, but anyway, Sasasuka may be leaking information about the redevelopment project to Fuse. So that information is behind the strange land grabs. I wonder if Fuse speculated on the land around there, expecting that land prices would rise in the future. If there's big profit, I can understand why they resorted to land grabs, even if it was a bit forceful. Maybe there's a point in taking advantage of Iwasha Real Estate shareholders meeting to acquire land for the multi-story parking garage. From what I've heard, it seems that a man named Sasasuka approached Fuse. This Imaizumi is telling us that. So, wait, Sasasuka is the one who approached him? Is that the way it worked? So from the beginning it was about land speculation. So he was prepared to cooperate with Fuse. Is that it? Seems like it. Or maybe he's just repeating what we told him already. Maybe he doesn't know anything other than what we told. Considering the time when Sasasuka approached Fuse is close to the time when land grabs began, is probably the case. Yes, this is sort of repeating the same stuff we already know. So why did they bother to involve Fuse? Couldn't he have done the land grab by himself? And then to monopolize the profits? I guess he couldn't do it, so he approached Fuse. Yeah. Reason is... So why didn't Sasasuka and his friends, I guess him and Airi, do the land grab on their own? So for eviction negotiations, there's no funds to become corrupt. I don't know. Could be any of these, but maybe it's the eviction negotiation stuff. Maybe he needed Yonaguni for that. He doesn't seem to be good at negotiations. Fuse doesn't seem to be good at negotiations. So yeah, neither Togai Real Estate, no, it's Tozai. I think it's Tozai Real Estate now is selling. My translation of it is saying Stokai, but I think it's Tozai. Anyway, so that's why they asked Yonaguni to do it. But that's so. If I guess it means like if what's his name? Sasasuka had asked Yonaguni, it would be different, but he asked Fuse, so I guess the eviction stuff is not that. Then how about money? Doesn't have money. So I guess he couldn't come up with the funds to buy the land. I see. Well, that's normal. It certainly takes a lot to buy land. Imaizumi noted several times looked up. Fuse was chosen as a partner, I understand now. So Fuse, who has ties to Yakuza Fund, can raise large amounts of funds. So this is what it's about. So Sasasuka and his uh, cohorts approach Fuse to raise funds. Approaching a Yakuza boss is a brave move, but by the way, the fund, like what kind of a place is it, or where is it, or I don't know. You may have heard the name before, Jinguji-san. Imaizumi boasts the greatest influence in Japan. He named a Yakuza organization and explained that the place was run with funding from that organization. We also lent to general companies. It seems like he's doing it without naming the organization. I guess they lend without revealing the name of the organization. So maybe it's like an actual real organization, so that's why the game doesn't want to sell it or something. He still calls himself Atashi, which is sort of disturbing, but it's probably some Yakuza thing. Anyway, I don't like that sort of stuff. Oh, we can think. The reason Sasasuka and they approach Fuse was so, like with Fuse, they can raise funds for the speculation. In other words, they probably expected Fuse to take the bait with information about the land grab. So Sasasuka asked for money or something in return. And I guess Fuse got something in return. Or maybe it's something he's gonna receive in the future. In any case, Sasasuka likely approached Fuse in hopes of receiving a bribe. Sasasuka is now receiving generous hospitality from Fuse. Even if I think about, like, there's no doubts about like what he's receiving, I guess. So Iris' existence is what concerns me. Did Airi introduce Sasasuka and Fuse to each other in hopes of receiving something in return? Is she the mastermind and she's gonna screw both of them over or something? Airi even goes to the trouble of moving her, like, from Little Cat to work in Little Cat to help Sasasuka. Speaking of being curious, what exactly is Iris' relationship with Yonaguni? Maybe it's his sister. Maybe they're just cooperating on this land grab issue. Or maybe they're old acquaintances. As a result, Yonaguni, when did he get, or how did he get involved in the land grab? Like that's a bit weird, I guess. When or how or whatever, how did he got involved? Did Yonaguni simply receive a request from Tozai Real Estate to carry out land speculation? Or is he and Airi, are they both deeply involved in land speculation? So regarding Airi, can we get more information about her? Can we show the picture to this guy? No need. Then we're gonna ask a question and then we have to show him the picture or something. It's like, oh, it's my mother. She's actually 60 years old but looks much younger. Anyway, it's about a hostess named Airi who introduced Sasasuka and Fuse. I'll share all the information I have about Airi, and I told him about it. The fact that they cooperated with Yonaguni to incarcerate Koba-san, and she brought or like dragged Sasasuka from the high-class club White Snout Little Cat as a customer. So what is it with this hostess? Imaizumi tilted his head in confusion. To aim for the... Like he even turned to crime to aim for the heritage. So curious. Or she, I guess. She even went so far as to switch workplaces to introduce Sasasuka to Fuse. Still don't understand why he went to such lengths. Or she. First of all, what kind of a woman is she? Maizumi, if it's alright with you, can't you figure something out about her background? I understand. I'll ask the hostesses I know. Sorry for asking. No, I'll cooperate as much as I can with this matter. So he laughed softly. You seem interested. It's the Tova Group, and especially since it's money-making scheme involving Fuse. I have no intention of just standing by and watching. Money gives power to an organization. It's also possible to use this as a base to expand your influence. It's not hard to understand why Imaizumi, that junior boss of the Meiji Gumi, is so nervous about the incident. That's all I can talk about. Ah, damn it. See, I pressed the button. What does it say here? Then, if I find something, I'll come back to report. Okay, I'll be waiting. Okay, wasn't much. With Imaizumi seeing me off, I left the Meiji Gumi office. So where should we go now? Let's light a cigarette. Let's meet up with Yoko. She must be investigating the house, or Sasasuka's house. House. Did I say house? House. What's it? Here? Yes, this is Sasasuka's house. My son is making weird noises. I have to go have a look. He was just reading a book, but he's, I don't know, it's like concerning monster noises. As I got closer to Sasasuka's home, I came across Yoko talking with a woman who seemed to be a neighbor. She's probably investigating something about Sasasuka, or maybe she's just gossiping about the latest TV show that she likes. Yoko eventually parted ways with the woman and turned her eyes towards me. Hey, sensei. I guess you needed it. Irashite itan desu ne. Whatever is some sort of greeting. I don't know that one. So, did you learn anything about Sasazuka? I've only spoken to the locals so far. It appears that Sasazuka and his wife live in their own house. They don't have any kids. There doesn't seem to be much interaction with the neighbors. No one has reported seeing Sasazuka-san recently. As expected, they don't have much time at home, so maybe he didn't come back. Yeah. So there's one thing that bothers me. Apparently about 4 months ago some Yakuza-like figures were coming in and out of Sasazuka's house. Ooh. So the box on the left says, months before Sasazuka met Fuse, a Yakuza-like man was seen coming in and out of Sasazuka's house. Maybe he's like being blackmailed by them, or like maybe he has gambling debts or something and he needs money desperately to pay them off, something like that. So that's why he contacted Fuse. Yakuzas are like Yakuza looking, I guess. It was 4 months ago, so no one remembers the details that well. Yakuza is the Tova group. Sasazuka said that he met Fuse 3 months ago after being introduced to him by Airi, but and judging from the address, I think this has to be Sasazuka's house. Yoko looked back at the house behind her, looking a little unsure. What? The name written on the house is not Sasazuka. It's not Sasazuka. Let's check it out. Okay, maybe it's in his wife's name or has nothing to do with them. Where's the nameplate? It's just an ordinary entrance hall with nothing special about it. Got window. Lights are on. I wonder if there's somebody inside. Don't really know from here. The windows are barred, making it impossible to see what's going on inside. However, even without the grid, if you look inside, there's a good chance that will be viewed with suspicion. I don't see like a mailbox or something where the name would be written. So from here you can even see the windows or what's inside. Yeah, there's lights on. It's too far away. But alley. Ah, okay, it's written. I saw the name written on the post. Ino. The surname written there was Ino, not Sasazuka. The nameplate certainly is in Sasazuka. But it doesn't seem like they've just moved out though. Didn't any of the neighbors know anything? Not in much detail, but even though they haven't moved, the name has changed. Can't really guess the reason why. Okay, I have to ask around. So will you return, Yoko, will you return to look for the inheritance? I understand. If you need anything, please contact me. Okay, thanks. She nodded and walked off towards the office. In this case, it'd probably be quicker to talk to the people living inside. So press the intercom and hold on. I walked over to the intercom to call the resident. At that time, door opened. Middle-aged woman emerged from the inside. Sorry, are you from this house? What is it? I'm an acquaintance of Sasasuka-san. As soon as I said Sasasuka, the woman gave me a cold look. That person isn't here anymore. This is not Sasasuka's house. Maybe they're like divorced or something, or they're getting a divorce. If you have come to visit him, please leave. With that, the woman turned to go back inside the house. Sorry, can you tell me about it? Huh? What? Regarding Sasasuka. If you know him, why not just ask him? I don't know anything. Oh well. If I could ask Sasasuka, I wouldn't have come here. Excuse me, actually. What is it? Like she gets suspicious if I try to stop her somehow. Then she suddenly seemed to she realized something else, was relieved. Maybe you... Yeah, what? I really don't know him. She spoke with a hint of wariness towards me. Please leave. And then she tried to forcefully shake me off. I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm misunderstanding something. Or maybe she is misunderstanding me. There's no time, she has no time to listen to what I say. What's this? Interrogation, okay. I think I need to be careful to get this woman to talk. If you fail, probably she will never deal with me again. Oh, talk profile. Dun, dun, dun. Still sounds like some lame ass TV show or something. You are very persistent, she says. I want nothing to do with him anymore. Relationship, huh? Or the connection. What's the relationship between this woman and Sasasuka? Well, look. She's not in a state that she's willing to talk about Sasasuka. First, let's try to calm her down somehow, okay? Show a picture of Airi, that's probably gonna make her calm down. First, let's look at the relationship between her and Sasasuka. So, what's the relationship between them? A couple, ex-couple, parent and child, brother and sister. Well, I guess it's ex-couple. Mild tone, I guess. So it's mild or strong tone, I guess. Mild. So you and Sasasuka-san, you're saying he's a stranger. Don't even listen to me. Was this wording weak? Okay, let's try again then. I guess I have to say strongly that he's your ex. Okay, had to be strong. So, if you were previously married to Sasasuka-san, in other words, you are divorced. That's right. I'm now called Ino Kayoko. I'm a stranger to that person now. So that's what I thought. Okay, let's look before you leave. So she's his ex-wife. I never thought Sasasuka would get divorced. Let's take a closer look at the situation. Why did you come to this house? She's asking. Kayoko seemed very of me. So the house is already. I see, the name on the post was on Sasasuka. So that's the reason. Or in other words, said, hold my hand. The current owner of the house is of course her. Kayoko. I don't know, why does this have to be a tone? You own the house. You might own the house, is that right? I don't know, let's be strong. Yes. This house is yours. Yeah, that's right. Kayoko listens to what I say and seemed to calm down a little and nodded. I don't know why this is like calming her down, whatever. So that's why the post said Ino on it. Wow, he's a genius. So Sasasuka hasn't returned home. Like, this is the reason. Oh, really? He got divorced and left home. He gave the house to his ex-wife Kayoko. Do you understand that I have nothing to do with him anymore? If you understand, please go home. If it's money, I can't pay you a penny. Can't pay? Seems like there's some misunderstanding about me after all. Maybe she thinks we are Yakuza. Therefore, I have to be cautious. Trying to... Like, maybe thinks she's being pursued or something. What on earth? What on earth is going on? Okay, let's see. Let's look at her. She seems to have calmed down, but she's still wary of me, and maybe she's misunderstanding what I'm trying to do or something. I have to clear up the misunderstanding. I'm a stranger to that person, so please go home. If it's money, I can't pay you a penny. So she's okay. So she, what is she mistaken about Jinguji? Debt collector, spouse, door-to-door salesman. I guess it's debt collector. That's the mistake, but still, you can never be so sure. Okay, mild tone or intimidating tone? I guess mild. Yes. I don't think it's gonna be good, say, intimidating manner, like, no, I don't want your money. Do you by any chance think I'm a debt collector? You're not? Yeah, I'm not a debt collector or anything. Oh, that's it. Kayako looked a little relieved. Maybe she'd been on guard until now because she thought I was a debt collector. But why did she think of that? Okay, why indeed? Why did you think I was a debt collector? That's... she seemed to hesitate. I think I should clarify why Kayako mistook me for a debt collector. Could it be... because of his appearance, because debt collectors were coming and going, because he looked like a debt collector. I guess because there were the mafia-looking guys a few months ago. Here, let's just overwrite this one. So it's the mild or intimidating. So maybe mild. Yeah, I'm so smart. I came here about 4 months ago. Apparently, some Yakuza-like people were coming in and out of this area. So were they debt collectors? Yeah. Kayako nodded and complained. Those people came to my house many times and kept asking me about my husband. I was really fed up. I see. I kept asking about Sasasuka. Like, I guess she sort of associated it with that. So the debt collectors came again. She must have... or she thought the debt collectors came again. So if you're not a debt collector, what are you? Her misunderstanding about me started to clear up. Just one more push. So let's decide this. Police detective work as debt collector. Maybe a debt collector, like, I was lying, I'm a debt collector. No, but let's say you're a detective. I think if I say detective, she might be wary of me. Okay, we should say something else. Okay, then work acquaintance. Okay, I don't know why. I'm in business with Sasasuka. I just stopped by because I was nearby. Work? I haven't seen Sasasuka recently, so I was wondering how he was doing. I'm sorry if I caused you discomfort. Yeah, sorry. If it were me, I would definitely... Okay, she bowed her head in shame. And that's right, it looks like you already paid the debt, I guess. Seems like she agreed. But debt. I'd like to hear more about the situations from the ex-wife Kayako. Okay, so now we can talk normally, I guess. If you don't mind, could you please tell us about Sasasuka-san to his situation and everything? Yeah, I'd like to know more about his situation. Even if you say that, so she frowned in disgust. I don't want to ignore the stories of deaths. I really appreciate your help. She's turning into a zombie. Kayako looked confused as I continued to press her, then looked around as if worried about what other people thought. I won't take much of your time, so I thank you in advance. Just a little bit, okay? Seeing that Kayako had weighed the possibility of me continuing to press her or putting up with me for a while, chose the latter. Okay, yes, that's enough. Okay, please. Kayako sighed as she invited me into the front door. Ooh, actually get inside. Hello. So what do you want to ask? Kayako urged me to hurry up and get it done. That's what she said. So about debt collection, when did they get divorced? Okay, that's debt collection. The debt was incurred by him gambling with a woman. See, I was right. Maybe Airi sort of entrapped him to gamble. So maybe it was her and Fusa were probably working together already to entrap him. That's how it sounds to me. That person, he became addicted to womanizing and gambling and got into debt many times. At first, I managed to pay it back using my savings and borrowing money from my parents, but 6 months ago, I finally couldn't pay back, and that's why debt collector started coming 4 months ago? Question mark. Yes, I was pressured to sell the house. The house was in my husband's name, so I stubbornly refused. As you said earlier, that Sasazuka-san had already paid off his debts. Yes. I don't know how he prepared the money, I guess, or somehow he prepared it, don't know how. He was able to pay it back 3 months ago. Okay, so when did they get divorced? The divorce was finalized about a week ago, okay? Of course, it takes months usually at least for it to be processed in the system. Presumably, I've never been divorced. So that's why he hasn't been back recently. Isn't that so? So I was planning to leave home the day after tomorrow. I wonder if it's awkward. I don't understand. But sometimes he comes to pick up his packages or mail or something. So is his luggage still here? Yes. Ooh, can we go snoop around? I'm planning on having the belongings removed from the house day after tomorrow. So okay, he's gonna come back, or is she just gonna throw it in the dumpster or something? So reason for divorce. Excuse me, but the divorce. He was the one who brought it up. Well, we've never really gotten along, but did he just suddenly say that? Yeah, I don't know the specific reason though. Well, he's always been a selfish person. Kayako is reminded of the hardship she has endured up until now and took a deep breath. So about, this house. So is this house yours now? Yeah, I received this as compensation. I was told. So because I had no money, I got the house. So we settled it like that. Okay. Ooh, I like short answer, short and precise. Okay. The land grab. Right now, there's some land speculation taking on Ward Office Street, and that's it. Do you know anything about Sasazuka's job? Well, I'm not interested. It's safe to assume she knows nothing about land grab. Have you ever heard of names like Towa Group or Tozai Real Estate? Well, Kaiko shook her head as if she really didn't know anything. Okay. About Airi. Yeah, that's gonna be spicy, I hope. Do you know a woman named Airi? Never heard that name before. I told Kayoko about her characteristics, like she has huge tracts of land. I feel like I know something. But if I can't see her face, I don't know anything. Okay, or can we? I guess we can't show the picture yet. Yonaguni. Do you know a man named Yonaguni? Well, I told Kayoko about his characteristics. I don't know. Okay. And then Fuse is the last one. You know a man named Fuse. I told Kayoko about Fuse's characteristics. I don't know. Okay, that's 4 months ago. The debt collectors came. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I guess we can return. And yeah, okay. Here now I can show her the picture. I showed her the picture of Airi. This woman. Do you know? Photo. Like I've seen a photo of the two of them looking friendly with each other. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. He seems quite obsessed with her, I guess. Regarding Sasasuka and her relationship. Hostess and customer, right? I can't imagine that such a young, beautiful girl would be a good partner for him. It's hard to imagine that they're in a proper romantic relationship. It's also possible that Sasasuka decided, like Airi was the reason why he wanted to divorce Kayoko. If Sasasuka had gone that far just for Airi, has he promised to marry Airi? Would she want to marry him? I think she's just using him for, business reasons. Anyways, it's hard to imagine, but... So is it about time? Kayoko sighed in disgust. Maybe I asked too many questions. Yeah, that's enough. Thank you very much. Well then... Just as I was about to leave, she called out to me. Wait a minute. If you have plans to meet the person, there's something I'd like you to bring with you. What is it? I don't know. Bomb? Kayoko jogged off and disappeared down the hallway. And then she came right back. I'd like you to give this to him. Kayoko handed me some envelope. We can't look at them yet. Okay, I guess we have to ask first. I want you to give them to that person, or him, or whatever. Can we look at the envelopes? The address on all the envelopes that were handed to him was Sasasuka Ryuji. Looks like mail addressed to Sasasuka. I took the envelopes from Kayoko and examined each one. Mostly it was just direct mail. just one letter. There was some things that didn't, just different, I guess. It was from a travel agency that was already opened. Kayako probably opened it on her own. Inside the envelope is a letter. I was there to help. I don't know. Somebody, I guess they helped them obtain visas and said it should come and collect the passport. So somebody got them visas to where. So are they going on a trip abroad? The letter said that they have got a visa and okay. So does Sasasuka have plans to go overseas? Looks like it, traveling. Where is he going? I don't know. Kayako said bluntly. So could you give the letters to that guy? Why bother? Like, I don't want him to come to my house to get them. I guess we asked like, why does she want us to give it to him? I don't want to meet Sasasuka if possible. But yeah, she seems to hate him a lot, or I guess she doesn't. Sorry. I bound and returned the mail to Kayako. I would like to keep my arrival here a secret from Sasasuka-san. I heard about the divorce. I think it's best to pretend you don't know about any of this. Oh, you mean it's awkward? Yes. So I can't give this to Sasasuka-san. So you wanna keep it a secret that you came here? I guess there's nothing I can do then, she said. She nodded. And satisfied or something, understanding, and she took the mail. As a matter of fact, there's no way I can deliver the mail to Sasasuka. I guess it was just so we find out about his visa. However, I feel a bit hesitant just to accept it and leave it as it is. It also gave me the excuse to get Kayako to keep quiet that I came here, so this is probably the right decision. I have the travel agent's contact details memorized already. Let's find out about that later. Thank you for your help, and sorry to intrude, whatever. So I said goodbye to Kayako and left Sasasuka's former home, and then after I left the home, I pondered briefly. It's best to gather thoughts first. Okay, I guess let's do that stuff, and then I probably have to finish. Inference time. Drop my phone, of course. Too much crap on my desk. Let me briefly summarize the stuff I have. So, according to the ex-wife Kayako, Sasasuka has been into gambling for several years, and he got addicted to it and got accumulated debts. Apparently 4 months ago, debt collectors even came to the house. However, at some point, he was able to repay the debts. When did Sasasuka repay his debts? Wasn't it? Was it 3 months ago then? Same time, like there's the repayments. Something must have happened to Sasasuka. What happened around the time Sasasuka paid off the debt? Met Airi, met Fuse, met Yonaguni, and did the land grab. No, I think he met Airi before. I think this is met Fuse. Perhaps the incident and being able to repay the debt are related. Seems further investigation is needed. Aside from that, there's an interesting story regarding Sasasuka. Apparently it happened a week ago to Sasasuka. It happened to is the divorce. Yes, let's see that. Like left home, disappeared, got killed. Yeah, we've been paying attention. Yeah, he got killed. So yeah, he divorced 1 week ago. As a result, Sasasuka's home. What happened to his home? Demolition? No. It became the wife's. Sold a real estate company. What's this? Sasasuka is gonna live there now. Of course, goes to the wife. I'm not 100% sure about the time. Like, was it 3 months or whatever? But it goes close enough, I guess. 3 months ago, Fuse and Sasasuka met that little cat through Airi's help. It was likely thanks to this encounter that Sasasuka was able to repay the debts he had incurred up until that point. Thanks to Fuse, Sasasuka was able to repay his debts. Instead, Fuse got information from Sasasuka. It's a very plausible story. Apart from that, there was an unexpected story about Sasasuka. They got divorced 1 week ago. His wife was awarded the house as compensation, and Sasasuka has hardly returned home since then. It seems that Sasasuka's luggage is scheduled to be picked up day after tomorrow. It seems that Sasasuka suddenly brought up the idea of divorce. So the wife Kayoko seems to be unaware of the exact reason. Apparently the couple had a bad relationship to begin with. What on earth did Sasasuka suddenly bring up? Why did he bring up the idea of divorce? What made him decide to do that? So shall I contact the travel agency from earlier? It would be a good idea to investigate every detail in Sasasuka's actions. Okay, but I guess I will have to save and end the stream here. Save completed. Okay. So I think the investigation is getting a bit more interesting. I like the inheritance part in the beginning, but just the shareholders meeting and that isn't so exciting. But now it's has mafia and corruption. That's more exciting. But anyways, I am Adventure Argonaut. I thank you for watching. Bye bye.